Well, everybody, the Jaguars' woes continue.
Fun times in Cleveland again. Still Cleveland. Come on down to Cleveland town, everyone. Under construction since 1868. See our river that catches on fire. It's so polluted that all our fish have AIDS. We see the sun almost 3 times a year. This guy has at least 2 DUIs. The flats look like a Scooby-Doo ghost town. Don't slow down in East Cleveland or you'll die. Our economy's based on LeBron James. Buy a house for the price of a VCR. Our main export is crippling depression. We're so retarded that we think this is art. It could be worse though, at least we're not Detroit. We're not Detroit.
Before I get any deeper into the video, let's take a look around the AFC South. Okay. Alright, well, that means the Jags are in the lead, so there's worse that could have happened on Sunday. Now let's transition into a little segment I like to call glaring effing problems. Now, this offensive line not being able to create run lanes for Travis Etienne is definitely a glaring effing problem. Another glaring effing problem.
Well, it's accuracy and it's running the right route.
Yeah.
Of those three picks that Trevor threw, you cannot deny that Zay Jones ran the wrong route on the first one, the big overthrow down the field, which was basically a punt, and Calvin Ridley once again ran the wrong route, which we've been reporting has happened nearly every game so far this season. It just so happened that yesterday was on a critical play in the red zone and obviously led to an interception. And Trevor said it postgame, and I believe we have the clip, JJ. They've gotten away with it the last few weeks. They've been able to cover up the fact that he's been running the wrong route. They couldn't on Sunday.
Needless to say, these problems are very frustrating to watch as a fan when you watch this offense constantly sort of struggle against at least the past 2 teams that we've played. It's really been a struggle to gain yards when it looks like almost the other team is moving the ball with ease. And as frustrating as these things are, the truth of it is the Jaguars are still in control of their own fate. And we've been competitive in these games. So, yes, they are struggling. Can they fix it? That remains to be seen. But there's a silver lining. There are younger players emerging that may be contributors. Parker Washington, for one.
Touchdown last week and gets another one today.
How about the body control and the adjustment to see this and watch the body turn?
And then Antonio Johnson finally emerges, who I thought was a steal in the 5th round, but he gets in the game and gets a sack.
Second down, Flacco, 7.5 to go in the 3rd. Look out! Flacco gets crushed! The ball is loose, and the Jaguars recover!
So defense did make a return to old form in a certain way with forced turnovers. Giving up 300 plus to Joe Flacco, that's not fun. But we're starting to look at some of the positives here. Now, offense did have their turnover, so it sort of canceled it out a little bit. Evan Ingram clearly needs to get the ball more. If Zay Jones and Calvin Ridley are going to struggle a bit here and there, I think the ball, or at least target 1, should be Evan Ingram. Now, the last 2 weeks, Evan Ingram has had 20 catches. 21 targets, 177 yards, 3 touchdowns. He has 84 catches, and the only 2 Jaguars that have had more catches than that in one season is Jimmy Smith, Keenan McCardell. Now, if that doesn't scream, hey, I'm target number 1, then I don't know what does. Just make him our Travis Kelce. Why not? speaking of Kansas City, let's check in on how they're doing.
We had that graphic early in the game about how he doesn't lose 2 straight.
That's the emotions of the game. You know he wants
it took in the end.
And it was.
Yep.
Ending offsides. Watch Mahomes.
Well, it just became a...
I feel it. Same thing I said about it. Y'all have a good day.
If you were to ask me, it looks like Patrick Mahomes is starting to reach his Sith era. But anyway, I digress. As you guys know, we played the Baltimore Ravens Sunday night. Big matchup. We'll see how these boys stack up. Hopefully they can correct some problems that we've been having. Baltimore's sitting at the top of the AFC. Jaguars are the 4 seed, so it'll be a cool matchup to see what happens. But anyway, yeah, that's gonna do it for me. Gaming Jaguar, out of here.
Baltimore Ravens, what happened?